was an ordinary foggy day on the island of Solomon. Henry had been Henry had to pull Gordon's Express as Gordon was sick. This was Henry before. This is Henry in his new body. Henry has to pull the Express, and he was very upset about it. Further up ahead on the line was James, who had pulled into the center siding. Henry decides to speed along the line. As Henry came up along the line, James was on the center line. Ugh, Gordon, why can't he pull his train? James is basically doing the same thing because he had to pull Henry's train because Gordon was sick. But then something bad happened. Henry was steaming down the line until he noticed James. Henry was speeding down the line. Because Henry was fast. As Henry was speeding down the line, nobody noticed. People in the as Henry was about to fly through the station, Henry changed track to the central track. Henry was late. He was so angry. As Henry continued down the line, speeding quickly, Henry continued speeding with Gordon's Express. Up just ahead was James. His slow goods train was just spotted. Henry realized and he tried to stop his train, but it was too late. He crashed. With Henry crashing, James got startled. Henry ended up quickly. Henry is derailed. But this isn't the only thing that happened. With Henry derailed and James still angrily still steaming down the line angrily, he noticed and began pulling it. I gotta go! He was scared. So James maxed out his power. As he was steaming down the line, he was thinking, he was scared. He was steaming down the line at high speeds. James was gonna jump off the line. He couldn't stop. I can't stop, James said. He flew by multiple stations. He saw coaches. He was racing into the station at high speeds. He flew past the coaches. As James continued to go down the line, he went up a hill. As James couldn't stop, he was at a high speed, 100 miles per hour. James knew that he had very little time. He was scared. James was racing down the line, faster and faster, on. James couldn't stop. As his train was nearing the end of the line, he would soon slam into something he knew. He kept speeding, he couldn't stop. His train was going faster. He went into a siding. As James couldn't stop, James knew something was going to happen. And then he slams into Todd trucks. Breakdown train theme. Sir Topham Hatt theme.
You don't have a theme.
Sir Topham Hatt had heard the commotion as he was busy near his office. He had run, thinking that it was something not super bad. He found coaches at the end of the train. At the end of a train. So Topham Hatt went down the train to find Henry. He had slammed straight into the end of the train. Henry, I'm sorry, sir. I was speeding at the line of the express and I couldn't see. Then I slammed into something. I tried to uncouple, but then the train started moving at horrendous speeds. I couldn't stop. I'm sorry, sir. Henry, you are being crazy. You were being arrogant. You caused confusion and delay. Henry is so sad. So sad. Henry then pulled back. Now Henry had to pull back James's train. Before Henry could pull back, Topham had to check out the front of the train. And boy, he was surprised. James had crashed into a bunch of tar wagons. Even milk. He was splattered. Oops. James's eyes were still closed. So Topham Hatt thought he was dead and was sad. Then James was sad. I'm sorry, Sir Topham Hatt. I'd been pushed by something. I thought the truck was trying to rush me. Then I accidentally started going too fast. Then I went up a hill and I couldn't stop. The trucks pushed me faster. So Topham Hatt said what happened, and James was furious. Now he had to be pulled. Now they had to get the breakdown train and Henry to pull back his coaches. Gordon, when she heard about this, was also furious. As Henry solemnly pulled back the coaches, James's freight train, the express, Henry couldn't go further. He tried with all his might, but he couldn't. So Topham Hatt checked the end of the train. So Topham Hatt saw that the train was moving forward again. What was happening was that then this happens. More trucks were thrown into the sea, and Henry fell off the rails. So Topham Hatt was, "You caused more confusion and delay." I'm sorry. With James, who had now fallen into the river, and presumably with James now stuck, and now thinking his train was fine, but then it fell into the river, with most of it fallen in. James is furious. How will he get himself out of this one?